Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's David J. Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you folks listening in or watching the show today. If you're watching, you know that Brent has one of the sharpest looking sweaters on, sweater shirts that you could actually ever see. Looks great on you, Brent. And you radio listeners, let me just describe it to you. It's just kind of a blue with some white thread in it. It fits him perfectly. Just a wonderful outfit today for you folks out there to imagine. If you're listening, use that theater in your mind to realize the sharpness that Brent is looking today.
Wow.
Hey, I wanted to
Thank
ask you a question.
Okay.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what your plans. How soon you'll be actually our neighbors, but
very soon, hopefully.
Very
like
soon.
Actually moved in soon.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
We have a little tradition in the neighborhood, and I wanted
Another tradition.
I wanted to.
How many traditions in the neighborhood do you have?
Well, we've lived there
Because
40.
like every day I show up to work, there's a new tradition, and it usually involves me doing something.
No, Brent, we've lived there since 1974, I think.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of traditions that have been built up over the years, and one of those is new neighbors, oftentimes the day after Thanksgiving, throw a party.
Oh, see, here we go. Another tradition that involves the new neighbor doing something.
Yeah, no, some leftovers that you might have, and
Are these real traditions, or are these traditions you're just making up?
oh gosh, why would you accuse me of that? I've been your
Yeah.
friend a long time.
Exactly. I've known you a long time. That's why I would accuse you of this.
I think Joan and I would be happy to bring some carrots and some celery. If you guys have some leftover turkey, maybe some prime rib, that would be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could.
Prime rib.
Now,
Wow.
I didn't go ahead and talk to some of the other neighbors, but usually the new neighbors invite, like Ed and Vicky that live across the alley from us, maybe Chris and Joni and Kayla would come over and join us. Some other neighbors in the area that might want to just stop by and have some turkey and prime rib. What do you think? Kind of show off your new digs, and do you're gonna have mashed-
Probably. I mean, that's like next week. So yeah, that's a little bit too soon for us anyway to be prepared to, I guess, have people over.
Oh, darn it! Well, listen, if you
Now
change
here's another idea. You know, you just met. We've known each other for a long time.
yeah,
You've been in the neighborhood for how long?
since 1974. Yeah,
Long time. You're kind of, I'm guessing, kind of the patriarch of the neighborhood.
probably
Now,
to this point
are you
now.
Not, are you not? Right?
Well, I think we'd be some of the pioneers in that area, but
Okay.
as time goes along,
Well, since you know us so well, because we've known each other for, wow, probably going on 30 years now,
yeah,
I'm guessing. And obviously you know the neighborhood
Pretty well.
extremely well. You've been there since 1974. It seems to me that maybe the appropriate thing would be for you to host a party and invite us over and the neighborhood over so that the neighborhood could be introduced to us. It seems to me that that would be a great thing for you to do.
it would. Except we have some issues there. Our house is kind of in the remodeling. Not, I wouldn't say remodeling, but we're painting and kind of fixing things up, and we still have some woodwork to put on in the dining room, and we have paint cans everywhere, and it's just kind of a mess right now. Otherwise, we sure would. We're right in the middle of the projects that are taking
see.
place right now.
Yeah. And we would be in the middle of moving, but we apparently, according to you, would have to be all ready and ready to go.
Well, I figured
in a
you'd be
week.
settled in by
I
then. And the other
Yeah, settled in.
the other part of that is,
We usually don't get settled in for about 2 years.
well, listen,
We're one of those movers.
let me just say, if you change your mind, and I know that you both have big hearts, if you change your mind, could you just make sure that if, we come over that you don't, how do I want to put it, don't offer mashed potatoes from the day before on Thanksgiving because they get pasty. Would you mind making fresh mashed potatoes and gravy that day when we come over?
Well, I tell you what, Dave, why don't you just make up a list?
Okay.
You just make up a menu. Here you go, Brent and Shelley. This is what I want.
Yeah, I would go
You're
like,
new to the neighborhood. This is what I want. I, David J. Burney, want this.
well, it's not about David J.
So-
Burney. It's about the neighborhood.
Whatever. It's
It's-
not
it's
about,
about
David J. Burney.
everyone.
This whole thing has been about David J. Burney.
No.
Ever since you found out the news, it's been about you.
Well, just settle down.
It
Just
has.
think about it, and then just chill a little bit. But just
Well-
make sure they're fresh potatoes, would you? Don't
See, there you
try
go.
to.
Another demand.
Well, I don't want the other neighbors to think less of you. If you had them over and then you threw out
I'm
some
about ready to move out before I move in.
pasty potatoes on
This
the
is
plate.
the way you're going to be.
I mean, gosh, who would do that? I got a little work to do. I can see that. Oh, birthdays today.
Yes.
We have just a couple here, but this is really unique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you here? I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't think I ever left.
Today is Kathy Russell Minnick's birthday,
Okay.
and it's also Dr. David Andrew Minnick's birthday today.
Wow.
They're husband
Okay.
and wife.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And there's pictures of them together in their Nebraska shirts.
Oh,
So Kathy and David Minnick celebrating birthdays together today.
happy birthday.
And I'm going to guess they'd probably let their neighbors come over on Friday. By the way, you got to be careful on Friday. We're going to talk about the Friday after Thanksgiving. Some dangers
Oh,
with your plumbing.
oh,
Stay tuned for that. Don't let me forget that. It's an important point.
okay. Yeah, that's rather interesting. This was years ago, but I think I actually remember the Appersons getting a new toilet put in on the day after Thanksgiving because of
It went bad.
of plumbing problems. Yeah.
Did I tell you about what happened back here yesterday afternoon? This is a true story.
Here?
Yes.
At the station? No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a pressure tank in the back because we have a well, right?
Okay.
That blue tank in the back.
Uh-huh.
When you flush the toilet, you hear a little, as it fills the toilet up, then there's a little click. And I think it's a pressure valve thing. I don't understand it all.
I can't help you. I'm not a plumber.
So I used the restroom, and then I thought, well, here we go again. I need to put some more paper towels in the paper towel dispenser. It just seems like when it's empty, no one else fills it. Anyway,
Well, that's because I can't get into it. There's a key that you have to use to unlock the deal, and I don't know where the key
it's
is.
in the other one, in the other side. You just have to alternate. There's one key for both dispensers. Anyway,
Okay, all right.
I thought, well, while I'm
Plus, when I do it, I have to get a stool.
well, that's.
I do.
I feel bad about that for you, but
I do. I tried to stand on my tiptoes one time to fill it, and I still had a hard time seeing what I was doing. So that's one of the reasons I'm not doing it.
can I finish my story?
Yes, go ahead.
So I thought, well, I'm here. I'll go ahead and put some fresh paper towels in.
That's nice of you.
So I'm doing that, and the toilet is regenerating, filling up, okay, with water,
Okay, yeah.
like normal.
It should do that.
All of a sudden, I heard this kind of a pop,
Uh-oh.
and there's like a little water chute that comes out of the toilet. Just
Oh,
kind of.
you're kidding.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like it come out of the bowl, but it was like an earthquake, like it kind of just shot the water up just for a moment.
Yeah.
Then I
Did it
smelled.
start overflowing?
No, but
Oh.
then I started smelling an electric, like a breaker went bad or there was a wire or something that got hot.
Oh.
So I was glad I wasn't sitting on the toilet at the time that happened. A guy could have got
Yikes.
electrocuted.
Man.
True story.
Wow.
So
So what's the situation with it now? Is it usable or not?
you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, whatever. I'm using the other one. Glad we got two out here.
I think it's
I ain't
fine.
going
can't,
back there.
I took the cover off the electric box. There was no burnt wires, but there is a electric gizmo alongside the pressure tank that I think may have had a little problem, but it's still working. Everything's working. I mean,
Did you try to flush it again?
I flushed it several times.
Okay, and
I
it
checked
still
it this
fills
morning.
back up, and is there still water coming out of the sink?
Yeah.
Back there. Okay.
Yeah, and I stayed late last night because I was thinking, well, gosh, I don't want to burn the place down or have it go crazy and start pumping water out of the toilet all over the building.
That'd be quite the news story.
Yeah. But anyways,
Okay, well,
seems to be
thanks for the heads up.
It's working fine. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Just
I ain't going back there.
go on in there and just relax. It's fine.
All right.
Okay. It's 7:42 already.
Wow.
We better.
Time flies.
Yes, we have lots of guests coming in today.
It looks like that.
Yes, Custer Federal State Bank. We'll have Gary Superfoods. Tony's coming in, manager at Gary Superfoods. We're going to talk with Lori at Livia's Boutique. And Cynthia's scheduled to come in from Nebraska Pasture Door.
All right. Oh, Cynthia.
She
Oh,
actually can
Cynthia.
show you how to put paper towels in a dispenser. She showed me the proper way
Really?
because she had former maintenance janitorial experience at the Anselmo Myrna School.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
maybe she can even fix that electric problem back there. I
You
don't
never know.
Anyway, those are some of the guests coming in. Also, did I miss anybody here? We have Ryan at the Garden Center is scheduled. If everybody shows up, we're going to have a busy show.
That's good.
I mentioned birthdays. So the Minnix are having birthdays. How sweet.
Yeah.
They're both having birthdays on the same day, and they're married.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's kind of unusual, actually. It's probably a good sign. So, celebrating birthdays today. If you're celebrating one, you're celebrating with Gordon Lightfoot,
Ah,
83 today.
wow.
One of his biggest hits was If You Could Read My Mind. And if you could read my mind, Brent, you'd invite us over after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving for some fresh mashed potatoes.
Your mind is a place I don't want to go.
Director Martin Sorcy is 79 today. Of course, he did Goodfellas and Raging Bull and many others. Actor Danny DeVito is 77 today. He also played in many roles.
Yeah, but he was best as Louie on Taxi.
Yes, he was. He was very good at that. Former presidential candidate Howard Dean is 73 today. His 2004 White House run imploded with his speech after the Iowa caucuses, which he did really well, and he let out this wild screech. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And when you think about it, with everything that's went on today in the last several years for politics, does it
Yeah.
seem so bad that the guy screamed out when he won?
No.
But it ruined his career.
It kind of did.
It really did.
Yeah.
That's minor. It was really weird, but
It was kind of.
And when Dukakis wore that little hat when he was in a tank, that ended his career. And we think about those things now, and you're going, that's crazy. It's nuts. We can talk about it over dinner when we come over.
Okay.
We'll avoid
Yeah.
politics, but we can talk about things that ruins people's careers.
Just so you, excuse me, just so you know, usually one has to receive an invitation first.
Well, you just call
And
me.
when I say receive an invitation, that means the invitation comes from the party that is inviting someone over. It doesn't come from the person who wants invited over.
Well,
Just saying.
I just want you to know that I just feel like you're new to the neighborhood. You don't know how things work there.
Exactly. And that's why I say I think that it would be a wonderful idea for you to host something, and then you could have us over and people from the neighborhood. We could get to know each other, and then we could talk about all that.
Did you not hear me? Did you not hear me that
I've been hearing you.
We're
very
working
well.
on. We're painting. The house is all kind of messed up.
Well,
Did you not hear that?
Have you not heard? I ain't even moved in yet.
Well, that you don't have any cleaning to do. Ansley today, they're having chicken and noodles, fruit, vegetables, and milk. Gosh, I don't know if you're going to fit in the neighborhood or not.
I don't know. You've been there since '74, so the expectations can't be too great.
Well, we're getting along great with Ed and Vicky. They just moved in a couple years ago. No problem there.
Well, good. Callaway today, Smokies and mac and cheese on the menu.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools today, super nachos with breadsticks, barbecued rib sandwiches, fresh baked turkey and cheese subs, zesty black beans, fruit and veggie bar, and milk.
SEM today, chili and grilled cheese.
Litchfield, chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
Thetford today, they're doing Thanksgiving today. Thanksgiving lunch at Thetford today.
Maybe you should go up there and kind of just see how they're fixing it up so you'll know some of the tricks when you have the after Thanksgiving dinner at your place on the Friday after Thanksgiving. At Sandhills Dunning today, they're having chili Fritos and brownies.
You're unbelievable. You know that? Just unbelievable. Sergeant today, pigs in the blanket, taters, fruit cup, milk, and salad bar.
Oh, a note from my sisters, Roberta, Bert.
Oh, hi.
Olson, Bernie Olson. Good morning, boys.
Oh,
that's what she
well,
said.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bert. I'm having a little trouble here, sis, but I'm going to get it straightened out. Don't worry about it. We'll get the neighborhood all.
You're the one having trouble.
Denise Erickson. Denise Erickson. Good morning to you.
You're the one
Just
giving
settle
trouble.
down. We have a.
You're the one causing trouble.
We have a violent.
That's what's happening.
Violent toilet in the back, and you're worrying about yourself.
You just got done telling me everything's fine.
It's good. Don't worry about it. Hey, I want to get serious for a moment, if you don't mind.
All right.
Really serious,
yes,
folks. Check out Sandhills Express. Gavin put together a story on how farmers harvested 1,000 acres yesterday, I believe, Tuesday.
I think you're right. Yeah.
For a fellow farmer who has been diagnosed with cancer and is being treated for cancer. And I won't tell you the whole story. Just check it out on Sandhills Express. Coleman family being helped by fellow farmers. Fantastic story.
Yeah. Shows
what kind of people we have in this part of the country and how appreciative the folks who receive the help are. And it's a great story. And there's also video and pictures on Sandhills Express of them while they're harvesting. Gavin did a super job of kind of capturing the moment. And the story, of course, also is on our newscast today on KCNI, KBBN. So please check that out. And Emily also contributed some great stories. It's a really good newscast today. So check them out at noon and 5 yet today. It's kind of a tearjerker, to be honest with you. So, but it's a good story. And there's other stories that Emily's put together about benefits and things that good people are doing for one another. It's a very positive newscast, which we like here. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you want to play the game?
We can, sure.
Hope I'm not missing it. We don't have anything going on this as far as guests goes right this hour, do we?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not before 8.
I mean, that water just shot up and just like it was a little volcano, and then I smelled electricity.
But it's okay now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
No, it's fine. It's worked all night. I actually used it.
Well, no one's been here.
I used it this morning, and there was no eruptions, no electrical smell. I think it just had a little air pocket.
Okay. Okay. We'll go with that. Still not going back there. November is known as No Shave Month. So here are questions about beards and famous bearded men. Speaking of beards, have you seen Shipes?
Yeah, it's going on.
Is he kind of celebrating? Is he kind of doing the No Shave November thing?
You know what I think he's really doing subconsciously? I think he's growing it out one last time before the baby comes.
Oh, okay.
Because if he has that hanging down there and that little guy or gal...
Oh, they're going to clamp onto that thing.
Grab onto that, and it'll be painful.
Yeah, be tug of war.
Yeah, or you'll get like milk in it and pablum and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Now this one, I'm assuming you're going to have to take a guess at. If someone actually knows this, wow. But I'm going to guess it'll be a guess. Over a lifetime, the average man, don't really know what average means, but the average man who shaves spends about how many hours removing their whiskers?
Ooh.
This is over a lifetime.
Over a lifetime. Wow. How would you know that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Over a lifetime, the average man who shaves spends about how many hours removing their whiskers? Your choices are 550, 1,150, 2,250, or 3,350 hours. Over a lifetime, the average man who shaves spends about how many hours removing their whiskers? 550, 1,150, 2,250, or 3,350 hours. If you want to take a guess or you actually know, call us at 872-2801.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We did not. Oh, it's calling.
I was going to say, I think someone just started calling.
Well, let's just find out who we have here this morning. You're on the air. Who are we talking to?
Barbara Hunt.
Barbara, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Now, this is a tough question. We might even help you a little bit, Barbara, because this is going to be good for a treat at the Runza restaurant here in Broken Bow. Here's Brent.
Okay, over a lifetime, the average man who shaves spends about how many hours removing their whiskers? This is over a lifetime. Is it 550, 1,150, 2,250, or 3,350 hours? What do you think?
1,150.
Go higher. A lot higher.
I'm just
The last one.
The last one. You got it, Barbara. Yeah, that was
Thank
tough.
you.
I'm just like, who would know that? Yes, Barbara, we have for you now a certificate that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza. So you come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, thank you.
See you then, Barb. Take care.
All right. Bye.
All right, we'll be right back with more of this stimulating breakfast show that's taking place here this morning on a Wednesday.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Summer is winding down and harvest is gearing up. This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency reminding you to watch out for all the hazards on the road this fall. From big equipment and semis to displaced deer and other critters, it can be a rough time for your auto insurance. Want to be sure to have the right coverage for all the stuff that can happen on the road? Give us a call to review all your insurance coverages. From home, auto, farm, ranch, business, and crop, we handle it all. Now with offices in Callaway, Broken Bow, Albion, and Lincoln, schedule an appointment today with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
Imagine this. You go to your mailbox only to find a check for big bucks. You're thinking, hey, this could be my lucky day. Well, if you get a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, it's probably not your lucky day. In fact, you're probably about to be the next victim of a scam. Did you know that scammers may not initially ask you for money, but instead they give you money? Asking you to deposit funds into your account is the first step of many financial scams. At Nebraska State Bank, we're here to help and protect when someone is trying to make you their next scam victim. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
All right. We're back. That may be a good thing or a bad thing, but
Yeah.
we love having you along here on The Breakfast Show. Wouldn't be any fun without you listening. We do want to tell you a little bit about Fred real quick here this morning at Sylvester's, because it is a big weekend for Fred and the crew out at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. 30th anniversary this weekend, and Fred's throwing a party. Got a really good band coming in. They're going to have some specials, and here's Brent to tell you about it.
Yeah, it's coming up on Friday, November 19th. Music by Iron Zephyr, specializing in 90s rock. So check them out. They'll be performing on Friday for Sly's 30-year anniversary. And they're kind of doing a throwback, all right, as far as prices are concerned. 5 to 6 and 8 to 9, Friday night. Throwback, all beer $1. They'll be doing things like Jell-O shots and also bun darts.
Oh, boy.
You can't have an anniversary party at Sly's without bun darts. So there you go. In fact, they're giving away $100 for first prize.
Sheesh.
So come on out and help Freddie and the gang celebrate Sylvester's 30-year anniversary coming up on Friday, November 19th. Again, music.
Shots as early as Friday. At least 4 states and New York City are already allowing them. Dr. Peter Hotez at Texas Children's Hospital.
The states are jumping the gun somewhat. We've collected new data now showing the importance of third immunization, and the states are able to be a little bit more nimble and move faster.
Day 2 of deliberations at Kyle Rittenhouse homicide trial are about to begin in Wisconsin. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
There is no lawyer who could possibly say that long deliberations versus short deliberations favor one side or the other. At some point, they'll reach a consensus.
The body of a woman's been recovered from a mudslide triggered by heavy rainfall in British Columbia. At least 2 people are still missing. Robert Doolin was rescued.
We were on the chopper looking down, and everything was brown. It was just, I've never seen anything like it before.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. 2 people were taken to separate hospitals last week in an accident where the driver was trying to avoid a deer. Gage County Sheriff's officers say a 2006 Chevrolet pickup driven by a 16-year-old male from Blue Springs was northbound on South 23rd Road when he swerved to miss a deer. The pickup went off the east side of the road, rolling over and ejecting the driver. Another 16-year-old male from Blue Springs, who was a passenger, was also injured. The driver was taken to Bryan West Health Center in Lincoln by Beatrice Fire and Rescue, while the passenger was taken by Wymore EMS to Beatrice Community Hospital. Law officers say seatbelts were not in use. The accident happened about 4:40 p.m., about a mile southwest of Wymore. The FBI is asking for the public's help in identifying a man who may know the identity of a child who is possibly the victim of sexual exploitation. FBI Omaha on Tuesday distributed photos of the man known only as John Doe 45 taken from video files believed to be taken sometime between January and April 2019. Anyone with information about John Doe 45 is urged to contact the FBI. While the FBI is looking for the man as part of its Operation Rescue Me and Endangered Child Alert Program initiatives, the agency stressed that no charges have been filed in the case and that man in the photos is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The photos of John Doe 45 are available on the FBI's Facebook page, Twitter page, and throughout multiple media sources. A South Central Nebraska man has been found not guilty by reason of insanity for the shooting deaths of 2 people. 48-year-old Manuel Gomez of Holdridge appeared in court Monday. He was facing charges of first-degree murder for the shooting deaths of Raymond Burton and David Rogers. A 3rd man was also shot and injured. Since his arrest, Gomez has undergone mental evaluations. A hearing has been set to determine whether or not he is currently a danger to himself or others.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking the night of the NBA, 3 games on the schedule. The Warriors go to Brooklyn and beat the Nets 117-99. Golden State now a league best 12-2. They were led by Steph Curry's 37 points. He hit 9 3-pointers in the win. The Jazz beat up on the 76ers 120-85. Utah had 6 players in double digits, led by Bogdan Bogdanovic, who had 27 points. And the Clippers down the Spurs 106-92. LA's won 8 of 9. Paul George led him with 34 points. In top 25 college basketball, we have 11 ranked teams in action. There were 2 upsets. Seton Hall knocking off number 4 Michigan on the road 67-65, and BYU crushing number 12 Oregon 81-49. Also wins in the top 10 for number 5 Villanova, number 6 Purdue, and number 7 Duke. College football, the new playoff rankings have the same top 6 as last week. Georgia number 1, Alabama 2, Oregon 3, and Ohio State 4. Cincinnati and Michigan remain 5 and 6, the first 2 teams on the outside looking in.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for clearing skies. We'll have our winds gusty out of the north and northwest with high temperatures reaching the mid-40s. Then for tonight, mostly clear, dropping into the upper teens. Thursday, abundant sunshine with highs reaching 45, and then trending milder on Friday, back up to 57 with partly sunny skies. Saturday's highs in the upper 50s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Ad paid for by CompleteCar.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to the COVID crisis, we are announcing a low-cost extended service plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay nothing for auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay nothing for auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-549-1989. $19.85 now. Drivers who are covered by this auto protection will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. This auto coverage is at an all-time low, much lower than what dealerships are charging. Additionally, drivers who activate this auto coverage today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental car at no additional cost. Call for your free quick quote today. 800-549-1985. 800-549-1985. What do you have to lose? Again, 800-549-1985.
32 degrees outside, so we've actually cooled down from 36 at 6 to 32 at 8. Cloudy skies for the most part. Winds have lightened up out of the northwest, at least for the time being. Barometric pressure had been rising and continues to do so at 30.13. Humidity at 47%. It's 75 was the high yesterday with an overnight low of 36. Sunset today at 5:18. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:30. And we have recorded 41 hundredths precipitation so far this month. Do you mind talking about Rustic and Red in Cozad? I can help you with it because I think I can even remember it from yesterday's notes, Brent, because I have love and understanding.
Yeah.
Love and understanding. Yeah!
Hey! And understanding. Yes, sir. And
Tell
we're
us
gonna-
about it.
Yes,
Tell us about
here we go. Hey, you'll love going into Rustic and Red in Cozad because understand this. On the third Thursday of every month, they do their Sip and Shop, and so that's going to be tomorrow. Specials going on during the entire day. They open up at 10, open from 10 to 7 tomorrow. Sipping will start at 4 and go until 7. But again, as we mentioned, there will be discounts throughout the store all day. Heather Wellman will be singing in the loft. They got a beautiful loft area there. And she'll be doing that from 5 until 7. We always encourage you to follow them on Facebook at Rustic and Red. You can stay up to date with all that is happening and the third Thursday details. So check them out on Facebook. Their store just beautiful this time of year, so it's worth the trip to Cozad. They have a lot going on at Rustic and Red. Join them tomorrow for their Sip and Shop and celebrate the third Thursday at Rustic and Red in Cozad.
That's right. It's all about love and understanding.
Absolutely.
At work or play or in your neighborhood. Thanks to Chris Lager for letting us use his song for a little promo. I hope he doesn't mind that. He's a pretty easygoing guy, so I think we'll be okay. I'd like to talk a little bit with you and our listeners.
Yes.
If you don't mind, about Circle V Stitch and Post. Because you know what? Velma is full of when you go in to see Velma at Circle V, you're going to find out she's a loving person.
Yes.
And she understands that you want it done correctly. Makes everybody happy.
Yeah. In fact, you could just have a shirt that on it is embroidered Love and understanding. No reason to go out of town. Stop by and take a look at Velma's in-stock merchandise or shop her many catalogs of quality merchandise to find the perfect apparel or that item that you would like to personalize. Of course, the holiday season. Do we say drawing near, or do we just say it's here now?
Well, Thanksgiving's next week, so
yeah.
I would think you're okay.
Okay, so I can just, the holiday season is here,
right,
folks.
On. Yeah.
And Velma would like to remind you to get those orders in for your unique and personalized gifts. List of ideas are endless at Circle V, and it just begins with a phone call, and Velma can help you get your creation started today. Call her at 872-6173. 872-6173. Circle V Stitch and Post, just north of Broken Bow, out on Paulson Road.
That's what it's all about.
And understanding.
I think Katrina is here from Custer Federal. And she is full of love and understanding.
Yes.
We'll find out just how full of love and understanding she is here in just a little bit. And I think Ryan Krantz is on his way as well from Custer Federal.
I think you're right.
We'll see how that works out. Fairder Auto Parts is looking for a good, hard worker with some knowledge of automobiles. That would certainly help because you'd be working with parts and talking to people.
Yes, sir. Fairder Auto Parts in Broken Bow is looking for a self-motivated person with automotive parts knowledge. Now, this position is full-time, but they would consider someone part-time if it's the right person. To apply, call 872-6411 or stop into Fairder Auto Parts on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Again, Fairder Auto Parts in Broken Bow looking for a self-motivated person with automotive parts knowledge to join their team. To apply, stop on out and see them or call them at 872-6411.
We'll be back here in just a little bit. I know you're going to love and understand what's coming up. Well, maybe you won't understand it, but you'll hopefully love it.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber hopes you stop by to talk to them about your dream project. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
It's that time of year. Time to order beautiful poinsettias at the Secret Garden. They'll be open this Friday, 11:30 to 4:30, and Saturday, 8:30 until 4:30. Go order your live poinsettias. Proceeds go to the AMPTO. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 18. Located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north, the Secret Garden, open this Friday and Saturday.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if auto owners make sense for you.
We're doing a little programming scheduling here, so we need to be full of love and understanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Got a little spare time here, so. Go Scooby. Go Scooby. Go Scooby. Whoa. Go Scooby. We're going to talk a little bit more about jobs. Lots of jobs out there. You want to hand some of those to me? I would be.
Sure.
I would love.
Yeah.
I would love to read some of those.
Let me give you a couple of them.
As long as folks can understand them.
Thank you. There you go.
Seven Valleys Health Mart in Callaway has a position available for a pharmacy technician. This position offers health, dental, vision, and a simple IRA with paid holidays. Must be certified or obtain certification 1 year from the hire. This will be paid for by Seven Valleys Health Mart. If you're interested, you can stop into the pharmacy in Callaway or send an email to Varney, that's VARNEYHM @hotmail.com. You may also call and ask questions. That number there is 308-836-2219. And all this detailed on Sandhills Express Employment Opportunities page. A new job opening at the Seven Valleys Health Mart in Callaway, looking for a pharmacy technician.
BD in Broken Bow has an opening for an operations administrative assistant. You would report to the plant manager and be responsible for analyzing, preparing, and executing all payroll data, just some of your responsibilities. Also would be assisting in onboarding and training of associates, lead execution of site payroll processes, process reward and recognition activities as appropriate, manage badges for associates, contingent workers, contractors, and visitors, just some of the things that position would inquire. Bachelor's degree required for the position, looking for someone with a human resources or business area background, 3 years of experience in human resources, payroll, or an administrative function required, have excellent computer skills. To find out more, just contact BD in Broken Bow. Also go to sandhillsexpress.com, and when you check out this particular listing, there will be a link that you can click on and take you to where you need to go to find out more about the position and to apply. So check it out. That's a position open for an operations administrative assistant at BD.
Thank you, Brent. I was looking at Sandals Express this morning.
Were you now?
As I was on the air on KCNI, reading some of those stories we were talking about, and I saw this ad.
Oh?
It was for the Garden Center.
Really? The Garden Center?
Yes.
Yes.
Here in Broken Bow in Custer County. And it was rotating some pictures of all the things that the Garden Center offers.
A lot of things.
Some pretty cool pictures of furniture and plants and things like that. Now we have the man, and I'm talking the man, Ryan Anderson here from the Garden Center.
From the Garden Center.
To describe some of the things that we saw on the Sandals Express page this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I love your shirt. That's cool. It's fall-like, isn't it? You've been doing some deer hunting?
I got an antelope this year.
Oh, you did?
Oh, wow.
No deer for me.
Well, antelope's kind of cool.
Where do you go to antelope hunt?
Oh, up by Mullen.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be darned. I've seen antelope up by Bassett before, too, but I didn't think about up by Mullen.
Yeah.
Guess, well, you know that country. You got somebody up there that knows their way around, don't you?
A little bit, yeah. They're fun to hunt.
I bet.
Kind of neat animals to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We diverted, but I'm glad we did. So this time of year, we're going into the holidays. Thanksgiving's coming up. The colors are definitely in the fall theme, and then we're going to turn everything red and white.
Yeah, we're kind of starting on the red and white stuff. We got fresh cut Christmas trees in. Went and picked those up over the weekend.
Already?
Yeah.
Good.
So we'll be getting those out today. It was a little warm yesterday, so I left them in the trailer. But it was, they had some snow on them.
Oh, did they really?
Yep.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a great way of displaying them because you got plenty of room. One of the nice things about the trees you get is the quality. The other part is how you can kind of tell what you're getting before you take them out.
Yep. Yeah, we hang them up in the greenhouse there, so you can kind of see if there's a hole on the back side of one, or if they're full all the way around, or tall enough for you, whatnot. So, yep. Several, I can't remember how many sizes. I want to say between 3 to 4 foot and up to 10 foot, I think, this year. So,
wow.
Yeah, there's a little shortage of Christmas trees this year, so.
Glad to have them then.
Yes.
10-foot tree, that's about 3 Brents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, just 2.
Oh, gosh. But the quality is there, and a lot of people probably won't have a lot of choices out there. So,
yep, we got Fraser fir in again, of course, in all the different sizes, and then we have some white pine in 6 to 7. So, set to go there. I also have some live wreaths, or greens, live greens wreaths. I got those in, and you can get them decorated up or just put a bow on them, or any way you like them there. Got plenty of those in, and then we'll be doing our fresh greens and porch pots and decoration stuff like that too. So that's always kind of a fun time to get that in and start making some of those up. So
and of course you do have some folks that are pretty talented that work for you that has some unique ideas and unique things that are on the shelves for people to shop for too.
Yeah, yep. Really appreciate Sally and the job she does.
Yeah,
making those porch pots up and keeping everything going inside the store. So,
okay. Gift certificates. I know it's not Thanksgiving yet, but gift certificates to many people is the way to go.
Yep. We have those available for the giving season, I guess, and stop in or call. And we've had people call from out of the area, and we mail them off to different people and whatnot. So that's always a good idea.
Yeah.
Last week we also got a bunch of new air plants in. Those are kind of unique. We've had them before. We haven't had any for a while, but good selection there. Kind of a unique gift for a plant lover. They don't have any soil. They're just air plants, I guess. So.
Air plants. Have you seen those, Brent?
I don't know if I have or not.
That sounds kind of fascinating, but yet weird. What do they sit in? Can you kind of describe them? Do they sit in a bowl or a pot? Or
yeah, so you can, we have terrariums, that sort of thing that they can go in. A lot of people or some people might have like a frame with some like chicken wire in the back of it, and so you can just tie them to that chicken wire. Kind of, you can kind of put them anywhere because lay them on a shelf
because they don't need dirt.
No, no.
Wow.
Just a little water once in a while. So you can. I mean, they do better in higher humidity, but once a week or once every couple weeks, you dunk them in water for about 20 minutes and then shake them out, make sure you get them dry, and
I'll be darned.
So
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Got the trees in later on. There'll be Christmas plants, I assume, coming in maybe later.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get some.
Yeah.
I got a bad news call yesterday.
Oh
so.
no! I brought up something we didn't want to talk about. Probably. We'll see then.
Yep.
Okay.
Keep watching Facebook for that.
Okay. Well, Ryan, it's disturbing and frustrating, and all the businesses out there are coming up short on particular things they normally know they're going to get. So
yeah.
I'm sure you'll probably try to take another avenue, but who knows, right?
Correct. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, these, the pandemic, COVID caused a lot of stuff. The things coming up now with me aren't even COVID related. So
yeah, just put it all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep us in tune on that. Right now, I'm kind of impressed. Is this early for trees, or am I just thinking?
It's in the time frame.
Okay.
So
all right.
We like to have them for before Thanksgiving, so families getting together can decorate the tree for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Maybe the Friday after Thanksgiving they get together and do it. And I would think you might suggest that folks come in sooner than later too, while the selection is at its best.
The selection is going to be best today.
The best today.
There you go.
Well put. Okay.
We had a few people stopping in yesterday, and I just told them they're cold. I'm not going to bring them out until today. So
okay. All right. Anything else that you wanted to highlight that we didn't ask you about?
I don't think so. Or hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30. We're there on Saturdays, 10 to 2, and still have all the normal garden center stuff, potting soil.
Yep.
Some house plants, that sort of thing too. So.
And by the way, the ground isn't froze yet, and you have some trees left that could be planted. You could even actually plant a tree that later on could be a tree you put lights on someday. So.
Yeah, that you bring up a nice point there that we do have trees that, live Christmas trees that you could decorate, plant later. So, we always, we have some people come in for those each year instead of, spending money on a tree that's cut.
Yep.
They'll get a live tree, and then this spring they'll plant it. But the ground, you can plant a tree up until the ground's froze. So even though it gets cold in the air, the ground's still warm, and those roots will still grow and stuff this fall yet.
Yep.
So
and need to get some water to them as long as you can, right?
Yep. And with everything, even if you've planted a tree or your perennials and stuff, earlier this summer, keep them watered up until the ground freezes. I know, it's gotten cooler, but yesterday was so warm. They use water and things dry out, and it's better to freeze something in a cube of ice rather than a dry ground. So, Yep.
Okay. Is there any apple trees or anything that left? Do you have any of those?
Yeah, I think we have some apple trees.
Okay. All right.
So.
There's a tradition in our neighborhood, Ryan, that the new neighbors
another tradition
that move into the neighborhood a lot of times will give other neighbors across the way, whatever direction, a fruit tree to plant in their yard. In fact, a lot of times.
And let me guess, come over and plant it for them too.
I was just going to bring that up.
I'm sure.
Come over and plant it. Maybe put a little water on it, some starter, and put a little plaque.
Do you just invent these traditions like every 10 minutes?
Of course not.
Or what?
Of course not. But you got to just think the best way to do it would be talk to Ryan.
That would be the best way to do it.
How to plant the tree, what to do, what starters to put into it, and how deep to dig the hole to plant it, and all of that. That's pretty important stuff.
Yep.
And he'll help you with it.
No, right. I know he would.
Well, it'd be
at least you're getting the tree and not having to give them.
No.
Well,
actually,
that's what he's talking about. I would get the tree and then go plant it in Dave's yard.
Oh, I thought you were giving it to him.
No, the tradition in our neighborhood is the new neighbors.
That's the way it should be.
Someone
neighbors. Coming into the neighborhood for the first time. Thank you, Ryan. Exactly. I mean, usually when someone comes into a neighborhood, the people around the neighborhood go over and say hello or, greet them to the neighborhood. Not Dave.
That's in the neighborhood I moved to. That's
okay. Yeah, that's usually the way it works, I thought. But with Dave's neighborhood, Dave is coming up with all of these things about the person moving in is the one that has to do everything for everybody else.
I don't think your thinking is clear through, guys. If you come over and you plant it and you had Ryan sell you a quality tree and give you all the instructions how to plant it, and you planted it, it wouldn't be very long that you'd be able to come over and pick some apples for some fresh apple pie.
At your place.
Well, yeah. And then it'd be nice if the apples dropped in the fall and you didn't get them all eaten if you come over and rake them up.
Exactly. I knew that was coming. Yeah, you'd want me to come over and clean it up.
I got an apple press. I'm looking forward to making some cider.
Hey, that sounds good.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Just got it in yesterday, so.
Haven't tried it yet?
Haven't tried it yet.
Good time of year to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know how that comes out.
I will.
Right. And, I'm sure Brent will be in to see you real soon. I hope other people will, too, if you have fruit trees left. Get some in for years to come.
You bet.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out. We'll be talking banking here in just a moment.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Fraudulent activity is on the rise, and fraudsters seem to be working overtime. Bruning Bank is dedicated to keeping you safe. Remember, never give out your personal information, click on unsolicited links, or rely solely on caller ID as it can be spoofed. Keep your information safe by monitoring your account transactions with mobile or online banking and set up customized alerts with Notify. If you believe you have been targeted by fraudulent activity, we are here to help. Learn more about fraud safety at bruningbank.com or visit any Bruning Bank location. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
Todd Wardine here for Full Circle Irrigation. We would like to invite you to our annual open house appreciation with Valley Irrigation on Saturday, November 20th at our Broken Bow location. We'll get things started at 4 o'clock for supper. We'll be serving pulled pork sandwiches, ribs, cheesy potatoes, and homemade ice cream. There will be drawings for door prizes, sales on Valley parts, grain bins, and much more. My crew and I would like to thank you for your business, and we look forward to seeing you at our open house appreciation supper at the Broken Bow location on Saturday, November 20th at 4 o'clock. Full Circle Irrigation, your Valley dealer in central Nebraska. Our roots are in your fields.
That's what you got to have is love and understanding. Even with the people you do your banking with.
Yep.
Helps if you have a little love, a little understanding, a little cash.
Good collateral.
And most of all, good communication. Oh, I just think we're on a roll today with this love and understanding thing. I'm feeling kind of like fluffy inside. Katrina, pull that mic a little closer there.
Thanks, Dave.
Sure. Just a little. You got it set?
I think so.
Okay. Brent, would you want to introduce our guest here? Because I know you're familiar with these folks.
I would love to. We have Katrina Sharon and Ryan Krantz from Custer Federal State Bank joining us this morning.
Katrina.
You sound like Paul.
Oh, boy.
Does Paul sing to you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it's not really singing to me. The other day he got his phone out and was going through the hallways because we all wore leopard print. So he decided to get some songs out for that, and it was booming through the hallway.
Now, was that just by accident, or was that
It
a
was
planned
all by
thing?
accident.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know that we'll ever wear it again after the way Paul acted.
Oh,
Ryan, were you in a
no,
leopard print
mine
that day?
was in the laundry that morning.
Oh, right. Okay.
You
Just had to ask.
Ryan didn't wear his outfit that day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It was good times.
So, on the serious side, I imagine that Brent understands better than I what your guys' forte is, what you like to work on at the bank. You want to start with, now, Ryan, you're located in Kearney, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So what's going on in Kearney? What are you doing down there?
We've got a lot of things going on in Kearney. When the pandemic hit, COVID hit, actually, we've gotten busier than we've been in a long time with mortgage rates being so low and all the government PPP programs and SBA programs that have been rolling out during the pandemic. So we've been real busy down there, as most banks have been. But this has been by far our biggest year, probably biggest 2 years here lately, just with rates being so low. So we've been busy and it's been really good and rewarding down there.
Where do we kind of stand on the refinancing part now? Is that some of that kind of slowed down?
It has slowed down considerably. I think we've cycled through as many refinances.
That's what I was
as
wondering.
We could have. Excuse me. Anybody who could have and should have refinanced probably has done it by now.
Mm-hmm.
We're still getting a few coming in, and I imagine we'll still get a few of them that are looking to do some cash out refinances maybe or something like that. But they have slowed considerably, and it's tough out there in the purchase market as well. There's not much inventory anywhere in the United States, and especially here in the Midwest as well. So it's slowed considerably, but rates are still good. So if you haven't refinanced yet or have the opportunity to do something like that, it's still a great time to do it.
When I talked to you a while back, you said something that, I don't know, kind of made me go, whoa. But I think you said people even refinanced more than once in that time frame because of what the rates were doing.
Yeah,
right?
We've had several people refinance twice. We've had people buy and then refinance within a 18 to 24 month period. the rates dropped that much to where it made sense to pay a few of those closing costs again, and get them down to a shorter term, or just reduce their current term and rate at that time. So yeah, it's been pretty wild.
I would guess. Yes. Would you agree, Katrina?
Yeah.
Has it been kind of wild?
It was. It has slowed down some, but like he said, the last 2 years have been pretty busy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I have a kind of a follow-up question when you get done with
No, go ahead.
No, I don't want to. I want to have love and understanding here. I don't want to interrupt.
No, okay. Now I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was going to ask. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I lost my... So go with your question.
My bad. Well, with the interest rates staying low, we know that cost of living is right now up, and we don't know exactly how long this inflation thing's going to go. I'm sure as bankers, you get asked all the time, what's this interest rate going to do? When should we not, wait any longer? We've been putting this off. Like you say, there's still a few out there that haven't refinanced. The window really seems, talking to other lenders, really don't really know how long this is going to last.
Yeah, I mean, I think the general trend and talk, our rates are going to move up at some point. It kind of is funny because we see all these indicators in the economy and the market that show that okay, it's time to move forward, and then when we get to that point, they just don't quite want to go yet. I foresee rates being still reasonable for at least the near future, so I still think there's some opportunity to take advantage of that.
Okay.
There's just so many variables out there, and the mortgage rates in particular are controlled by some different things in the economy as well, so they're kind of a different animal. But generally speaking, they are going to move that way. I mean, we literally had historic lows here over the past 12 months. So, I mean, common sense tells you that they're just not going to remain there.
Right. You can't go lower.
Right.
And
it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was amazing they were as low as they've gotten to. I mean, I always bring this up because it sticks in my head. We were talking this morning. Joan and I moved into our house in the mid-'70s, paid 7.5% interest in the 1970s.
Yeah, I always have a great story. I had a realtor in Kearney that's been doing it for years and years, but it's always just funny to hear the stories of the high interest rates in the early 80s. Back in the early 80s, I believe, when NYFA, the kind of the first-time homebuyer program here in Nebraska, just got rolled out, and they were offering 12% interest rates in the early 80s, and there was lines out the door in the banks to apply for those loans.
That was really good.
I bet it was, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, what about the housing market? We talked to realtors on the show here. They're hopping, and I mean, it's really, really a hot market still in communities this size. I know Kearney's been hot forever as far as housing goes. What can buyers do out there, people who are thinking about buying a house or have their eye on one? They got to pull the trigger a little quicker these days than we used to. So how can they help facilitate that with you guys?
I know the realtors around here are wanting pre-approval letters for sure when they go to put in an offer. So to come in and just talk to us, and see where their price range is or what they can afford, or to do all that helps them with the realtors. I know. And I know in Kearney, they're very much into that.
It's real important in this market where there's limited inventory to be pre-approved. I can't speak for Broken Bow so much, but for Kearney, just the low inventory, the second houses go on the market, you have multiple showings and multiple offers
over
same
the
day.
Price
And it's been, multiple homes going over for asking price, some as high as $10,000, $20,000 over asking price. And it's tough out there because you have some cash buyers out there as well, who won't have any contingencies and can close in a week or two maybe or something like that. So it's real important to be pre-approved, and we can crank out a pre-approval letter if you need something real quick, especially if you've been pre-approved with us. So it's you got to be ready.
Yeah, and have a relationship developed with you guys ahead of time would be real beneficial, I would think, so that you've already talked about it, and when the time comes, they find something they want, you guys have already had kind of a discussion about it.
Yeah, and you can be ready to go, and if you know your price range and have been pre-approved, you know, you don't even need to check with the bank, just go.
Is it do you lend for cars, or is that somebody else's department, like automobiles?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you do, Katrina?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say Brent, my good friend Brent, spotted a car, and he just couldn't live without it, and he told the dealer or private seller, "I'll take it." And then he calls in and he says, "Katrina, I bought a car today. Can you help me?" Does that ever happen?
No, not at all. No. Yes.
But
it used to a lot more than it does now. You know, the dealerships obviously don't want to get stuck. So.
Yeah, and I think again, a pre-conversation. I'm starting to look for a car.
Right.
What kind of
That
price
would be
range? What kind of price range can you lend me? What are we talking about in dollars? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a Corvette, or do I need to get a
a minivan?
A minivan. Yeah. So now, Brent, did you come up with your question?
I did actually.
Okay.
I did think of it. Talk a little bit about for someone who might be searching for a home, thinking of buying. Talk a little bit about the different types of loans that you guys deal with on the mortgage side, because I know that there are kind of some different types depending on a person's situation.
Sure. So we mostly deal with conventional type financing. You know, ultimately, we're always looking to get, obviously, somebody the lowest rate at the longest fixed rate term we can. So the majority of the loans that we originate at the bank, we do end up selling the servicing rights off. That's where you're going to get your low interest rates, the rates that you hear about in the news. But we have lots of other options as well. You know, if something doesn't quite fit the mold for the secondary market, you know, we do portfolio our own loans in-house. You know, the rates and the terms are a little different than on the secondary market, but we're able to accommodate maybe some unique properties, or, you know, it's real difficult to get long-term fixed-rate financing out in the secondary market for manufactured homes. So we offer those types of financing on those houses, and we usually end up portfolioing those in-house and offer those folks a good solution, because there's a lot of those around. You know, you see a lot of those on acreages as well. So, excuse me, yeah, so we've got lots of different options for folks, and, you know, not just the ones that just fit in Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac's, you know, little box.
Yeah.
Ryan, you've been in Kearney how long now?
Oh, over 20 years now.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Gosh, that doesn't seem possible. You look somewhat like your dad.
Well, that's good, right? I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a handsome devil. I don't. You know, I just time goes by so quick. I can't believe you've been there 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Went to college there and haven't left. So.
And when they opened up was you working for Custer Federal before they built the new bank?
Yeah. So I started with Custer Federal in 2014 when we opened our loan production office in Kearney, and then our branch opened in 2017. So.
All right. Mm-hmm. And Katrina, you know,
same.
You've been there how long at the bank?
Same
time.
Yeah, I was just a little bit before you, I think. Yeah.
Really?
Yep,
wow.
2014 January.
How long is a lender now for you?
Oh gosh, has it been 4 years? Yeah, Grayson's
right.
4, so around 4.
Yeah. You like it? I mean, what do you like? What do you like about it, I guess?
You know, I started in the loan admin department, and I felt like that really benefited me to come into the lender side of things. You have a little bit more patience, knowing what they go through on that side. But no, I think I really do like it. I like the people, so that helps.
Banking's changed so much with the digital tools that you folks have. But when it comes down to houses and that sort of thing, is there still some hard paperwork that has to be done, or can it be done all digitally?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, there's still, you know, at the closing table, there's always papers, but it's certainly trending more towards the, you know, I mean, we can do online applications now, and digitally and electronically signed documents, and there's still a few documents that have to have wet signatures on them. They haven't quite gotten that far yet, but it does help. I mean, it's kind of it's one of those changes that you don't really want to resist because it makes things a lot more convenient. And we found that out during the pandemic when we were closed and a lot of us were working from home and doing things electronically. Sure kept things moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Saved a lot of businesses along with the banks when you could split up and work from home.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys wanted to highlight that we didn't ask you about this morning?
Not in particular. Just like we talked about, rates are still low. So if there's an opportunity, we'd love to help you. And I still think there's some great rates in the future. So if there's anything we can do for you at Custer Federal, please give us a call. We'd be happy to help and talk to you.
All right. Brent, while we have a chance, we should ask Katrina about our sales rep. It's only fair that we ask questions about their performance while we have them here because we can document that here.
That's a good point.
I know she's gone, so we can.
I actually texted her and told her that I beat her to work, and then I realized that she's not even coming to work today.
Well, we'll let it go then because she's out on a day of vacation. So.
Yeah, I guess if it's a vacation.
Yeah, she got. I don't know what it is. I don't.
Are you being treated well though by your sales rep here at KCNI KBBN?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I don't really have to deal with her, and that's probably best. Right?
Deal with? I don't know. That was maybe the right choice word.
Don't tell her I said that. She's probably not listening, I would assume.
When you're relation, sometimes.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Family things, right?
Well, she's quite a bit older than me, so we gotta.
Well,
she's. Oh, not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. Before you go, I just talk a little bit about. You guys, both of you deals kind of specifically with home lending. Talk about sitting at the closing table, and you've just helped a young couple find a home. That's got to be a rewarding aspect of the job.
It is, That's really one of the fun parts of the job, especially, your first-time home buyers. Yeah, like you said, a young couple. Actually, I've got some folks here coming up with a closing here in a month or so that, they're in their early 50s and this is their first home. So it's just exciting at that time as it is, when you're 25 and they're ready to have their own space. And, it's that is the best part of the job for sure.
That is the most rewarding.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Especially, I think, for me, like growing up, I obviously had my mom as a real estate agent. So being on the back side of, seeing that side of it and seeing, the rewarding part of it has been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I bet it has. How much younger is your mom than Christy?
Oh, gosh. At least 12 years, I think.
Oh, I thought so.
There's 12 years.
Oh, wow.
I thought
Christy is the oldest.
I thought there was a big gap there.
There is. There's 12.
Man, I hope she's listening.
I do, too. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Custer Federal in Kearney and in Broken Bow.
Winter. We know it's coming soon. Come and see us at Bow Bootery for the styles you need to stay comfy and warm. We have snow boots, bear paws, tights and leggings, fashion boots, casual shoes, wild rag slippers, and leather purses and wallets. Whew, that's just a few of the items we have. To see it all and get your gift shopping underway, come see us at Bow Bootery, your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow.
Seven Valleys Health Mart in Callaway has a position available for a pharmacy technician. This position offers health, dental, vision, and a simple IRA with paid holidays. Must be certified or obtain certification 1 year from hire. If interested, you can stop into the pharmacy in Callaway or send email to varneyhm@hotmail.com. Details of this position can be found on Sandhills Express employment page. That's Seven Valleys Health Mart in Callaway, looking for a pharmacy technician.
At Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, improving the quality of life of our residents is priority number one. We offer a unique assisted living lifestyle home for those suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia. When you add that to a safe and nurturing home-like environment, as well as staff that are specially trained in dementia care, providing 24 hours of loving support, you have a family-like atmosphere that makes residents feel right at home. Contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow at 872-6387 for more information or stop in for a tour.
To realize we're more alike, that we are different, and we all want love.
And what?
And understanding. 8:51 is your time. Katrina, thanks for coming in. Ryan Krantz, thanks for coming in. Custer Federal State Bank, Kearney, and Broken Bow. What's showing at the Fox Theater? I was just reading the other day, in fact, yesterday or the day before, on the CBS tidbits we get, the top movies of the country. And every one of them is either here or has been here that are at the Fox Theater.
Nice. Yeah, and they do a great job at that, don't they?
They do.
And they got some big ones showing right now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. The family film Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Clifford is bigger than he's ever been because he's on the big screen. And so check it out. Great family film, rated PG, and it is showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, and it will continue through the weekend on into next week as well. The Eternals, the newest Marvel film, it is still showing. I'm guessing that I'm pretty sure is still toward the top of the list of the box office results at the moment.
It is, yeah.
And it is still showing at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, so check it out, rated PG-13. The Eternals showing through the rest of this week, through the weekend, and on into next week as well. If you want to see the animated film, rated PG, Ron's Gone Wrong, there's just a couple of days left to check that out. Last day will be on Thursday, so check that out if you want to see it. And as we go into the weekend, you talked about bringing blockbusters to the Fox Theater. Well, here you go. When there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you going to call?
Ooh, Ghostbusters.
There you go. They're back. It's Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it is going to be premiering at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, and it will start showing on Friday, continue through the weekend, on through next week. So Ghostbusters Afterlife, PG-13, showing and premiering on Friday night at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And then one coming up next week, right before Thanksgiving, Encanto, will be premiering on November the 24th. So check out that premiere Wednesday, November 24th, right before Thanksgiving. Encanto will be showing and premiering at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And when Tanya was here, I think it was last week, she mentioned, and we remind you that on Thanksgiving Day, even though it's a holiday, the theater is still open.
Yes.
So you can take the family out on Thanksgiving Day afternoon or evening and enjoy one of the big hit movies showing right now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow.
All right, we're going to tell you more about some jobs available, but also wanted to follow up on our promise to talk about a warning from plumbers.
Okay.
Nationally, plumbers are gearing up for what they call, I'm not going to say it, it's
kind of gross.
Let's just say plugged up, messy Friday.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Now, have you ever put too many, ground up too many carrots or vegetables and celery and put it into the disposal and plug things up?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't say we have.
I remember doing that.
But it would be easy to do.
Yeah, I remember we were going to have a party, and we were having a bunch of people come over, and we were cutting up, and we had this disposal and just, putting the leftovers, the trimmings off the vegetables, and plugged up the whole plumbing system. That can happen. And for people who deal with pipes, they say the day after Thanksgiving is one of their busiest days. It's not for maybe the gross reasons you're thinking of, though. It's usually because people pour stuff down the drain they shouldn't, such as things like oil, grease, turkey skins, or peels from potatoes down the drain or in the disposal, and all those things lead to clogged pipes. So it's more of what you do at your sink. Be careful about pouring down, hot grease and that sort of thing, because it could really cause you some problems through the holiday. That warning, courtesy of KCNI, KBBN, and CBS News, because we are full of love and understanding.
Absolutely.
A job available looking for an early childhood program center assistant through the Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. They're looking for an individual to work as an early childhood center assistant in Broken Bow. It's a full-time position, starting wage of $11.36 an hour. They also include health, dental, life, and vision insurance, generous accrual program as well, employee assistance program, flexible 4-day working schedule, opportunities for professional development, 11 paid holidays, and your birthday off. And they also match retirement fund up to 3%. You need to have a high school diploma or equivalent to apply, a working phone, a valid Nebraska driver's license, and some previous experience working with infant and toddlers. General duties, cooking and cleaning for children ages 0 to 3, assist the teacher with daily activities and plan activities. The application can be made through CNCAP at 308-745-0780 or extension 0, or you can apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. This position will remain open until filled. They are an equal opportunity employer, and you can also see all these details on Sandhills Express jobs page.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair is looking for a general laborer who will be working with Rich in pivot and grain bin repair. You must have a driver's license, preferably with a good driving record. This is a full-time position, but Rich says there will be no overnight travel required, and you will not work on Sundays. If interested, give Rich a call. For more details, the number is 870-4455. You can also email him at raindancer55@msn.com. Again, the phone number, 870-4455.
We'll take a time out. When we come back, we'll have some news for you.
Exceptional Senior Living is off-Broadway assisted living in Broken Bow. They have a few beautiful and spacious apartments available now. They'd love to visit with you if you are thinking it's time for a more secure and safe environment for yourself or a loved one. They also have a wonderful dining room with a great kitchen staff and many activities available for their community members. Just unveiled is their new virtual tour at offbroadwayapartments.com. They have pictures available on Facebook as well. For more information, call Off-Broadway at 872-2522.
The landscape of last year left a lot of people deconditioned. Are you or your loved one struggling with strength, balance, or pain? This can lead to falls, weakness, and overall decreased quality of life. At Team Physical Therapy 872-5111, we're dedicated to taking all the steps necessary to ensure you and your loved ones are getting exceptional care in a clean and safe environment. We are available to you in one of our 5 locations: your home, independent living facility, or assisted living facility. Call us today at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
It's time again for a KCNI KBBN tradition, Turkey Time. This year, you'll have a chance to win a frozen turkey on both KCNI and KBBN. Here's how it works. Listen for your cue to call. Then, your DJ will have you guess how many shots it will take to bag your bird. If you guess correctly, you'll hear, "Oh, you got me!" And you can come and see us to get your certificate. 1 turkey per household, please. Turkey Time on KCNI 96.3 FM and 1280 AM, as well as 95.3 FM, The Thunderbird.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. U.S. Roman Catholic bishops are set to issue new guidance on Holy Communion. Some believe President Biden isn't fit to receive it because he backs abortion rights, but not CBS News papal contributor Father Anthony Figueiredo.
It's a very different vision to some of the bishops who want to use the Eucharist as a political football. Pope Francis says no to apolitical football.
AAA predicts Thanksgiving air travel will jump 80% over last year despite federal vaccine mandates. The TSA's David Pekoski tells CBS.
More and more people, including TSA employees, are now vaccinated. So from a public health perspective, it's a much safer experience.
Sentencing is next hour for the QAnon shaman who wore horns and bright body paint during the Capitol attack. CBS's Tom Foti.
Prosecutors are pushing for a 51-month sentence for him. That would be the longest sentence so far imposed on any of the January 6th Capitol rioters.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Staples Center will be renamed Crypto.com Arena as of December 25th in what's believed to be the largest U.S. venue naming rights deal to date. In NBA action last night, Paul George led the Clippers with 34 points in their 106-92 win over the Spurs. Warriors won at Brooklyn 117-99, improving to an NBA best 12-2. Steph Curry led Golden State with 37 points. That includes 9 threes on the night. Jazz ripped the Sixers 120-85. College hoops had 2 upsets of top 25 teams. 4th-ranked Michigan lost at home to Seton Hall 67-75, while 12th-ranked Oregon was crushed by BYU 81-49 Cougars. In the NHL, Ducks have won a franchise record 8 straight games. They edged the Capitals in overtime 3-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for clearing skies. We'll have our winds gusty out of the north and northwest with high temperatures reaching the mid-40s. Then for tonight, mostly clear, dropping into the upper teens. Thursday, abundant sunshine with highs reaching 45, and then trending milder on Friday, back up to 57 with partly sunny skies. Saturday's highs in the upper 50s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
I would say it's like an ice-cold Mountain Dew on a hot summer day. God's Word refreshes our spirit. In my daily Bible readings and in worship on Sunday, His Word and His joy are my strength for the week to come. So make plans today to attend church on Sunday. And if you're needing to talk, give us a call. This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ, 872-2618, where we love to share Jesus.
35 degrees outside here at Broken Bow, Nebraska. Brent and Dave with you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this wonderful Wednesday. Let's talk a little bit about some things. You have some notes. We have some notes over here. And as friends and good neighbors, we'll work together.
Okay.
It's the Guinness World Records Day, Brent.
Oh.
So kind of in honor of the Guinness World Record book. So today, there's a lot of things being set. A lot of people trying to break records on this particular day. Mm-hmm. One of the things that kicked off yesterday, and a new record was already set, was Tyler Phillips, who now holds the record for the most consecutive cars jumped over on a pogo stick.
On a pogo stick? Oh, please tell me, how many did he clear?
It doesn't say.
Oh, man.
I couldn't believe it. He was thrilled to be able to set a new record on the Guinness World Records Day, so that's been filed today as a new record. But several new records were broke. Maybe it was actually yesterday, but that kind of invigorated people to go out and break new records. But the pogo stick record over cars has been reset, just so you know.
Thank you.
Sure.
Wonder how thick the Guinness Book of World Records is now. Because it seems like you can set a world record for anything.
Yeah,
now.
You can. And is it really a book now? I don't know. Maybe it's a digital book.
That could be. I don't know. Good question.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah?
You need your car cleaned?
Almost all the time.
Yeah? Outside and inside, if
Yes.
you're like me. Well, going on now through December 24th, please take advantage, folks, of some great specials at LB Custom Chrome and Detailing. Great ideas for Christmas. They're offering 3 options right now of gift certificates available to purchase. Interior, $145, exterior, $135, or put them together and get the complete package for $200. Now, here's the real neat thing. If you purchase 2 complete packages right now, they'll throw in one for free.
No, really?
Yes. So it's a great deal going on. Just give them a call at 870-0243 or stop by and talk to them at LB Custom Chrome and Detailing right here in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Dave.
Some very positive, exciting news, and here we go. We're going to be serious on this one. Just have to give you the disclaimer. This is serious.
Okay.
Very good news. Possibilities. Alzheimer's vaccine is about to undergo a clinical trial. We could be one step closer to getting rid, I don't know if that's a fair statement, but that's what it reads here, getting rid of Alzheimer's disease. A clinical trial with 16 patients is just about ready to start. The 16 patients have mild symptoms of the disease. It will be a 6-month trial. The lead researcher says he's been working on this project for 20 years. And he says it's a nasal vaccine that could help fight the disease, but also potentially prevent it. If it all goes well, the second trial will occur lasting up to a year. And after that, the vaccine could go into production by 2026. Keep your fingers crossed that it turns out like they hope it will, because boy, wouldn't that be wonderful.
Yes.
That would be fantastic. So that's some news you can use. Here's Brent Apperson.
One more job opportunity to announce to you. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Oconto and for a highway construction technician in Broken Bow. For a full job description or to apply, you need to go to their website, which is statejobs.nebraska.gov, because an online state application must be completed. Of course, the state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Probably see Carla there when you go into the Broken Bow.
Nah, I bet. Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I love running into Carla at the post office.
Mm-hmm.
It's National Unfriend Day for you Facebookers out there who have hundreds and hundreds of friends that you do or you don't really know. Let's face it. Many have too many Facebook friends. No one can possibly have that many friends in real life. So it's time to cut a few loose.
Okay.
So today's the day. And a lot of them you won't miss. Don't cut the friends that you really know, but a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who ends up as a friend on your Facebook.
If you unfriend somebody, does that person know you unfriended them?
You'd have to ask somebody that knows.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wondering because I don't know. I wouldn't want to make anybody mad.
I think you
if
can.
I unfriended somebody.
In conversations, I believe, if I understood correctly, you can.
Oh.
And maybe you have a friend that, for some reason, goes on a lot of tangents, and after a while, you just go, "Man, I just don't want to deal with that anymore." I think you can unfriend them without them knowing it.
Okay.
You still love your friend. You just don't want to read the tangents.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, very important day today is National Education Support Professionals Day. Now, this is honoring all the staff who keep schools running smoothly, from secretaries and teachers, assistants to the cafeteria workers, custodians, and bus drivers. Not an easy job to keep a school clean and running smoothly. So hats off to the National Education Support Professionals today.
There you go.
All right, a little music to go along with our theme today from Kid Rock.
Wow.
That's right.
Okay.
Kid Rock. Not only do you need to have love and understanding.
Yeah, what else you need, Dave?
You need to care.
for small businesses because really Black Friday is for big box stores. So it's basically for shoppers to be able to shop small first and then shop the big box stores. So we are doing some fun things this Friday.
Okay. I like the theme. We've always believed that we should shop our hometowns and our county, our stores that we have within our locality first. And so this is a great theme. What are you up to with Pink Friday?
So this year for Pink Friday, we are actually going to have 25% off store-wide. That's everything in the store is going to be 25% off. And then we're also going to be doing gift certificates. So if you spend $25 on a gift certificate, you're actually going to get a $30 gift certificate. If you purchase $50 on a gift certificate, you're actually going to get $60 worth. And it goes on up from there.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're going to get a little bonus to your gift certificates by shopping that day. And then you're also going to get 25% off store-wide. And we have something for everybody.
Let's go ahead and talk about that because
we now carry those tall clothes too, Dave.
Good. I was going to ask you, you keep adding things. You started out with a lot of variety, and you just keep adding and adding. And we now have a place that we can, us guys can shop, right?
Yes. Yep. We have a huge variety of guys. In fact, we actually have gotten so big with the men's that we really need to add on. We've been looking into adding on. But we've also started carrying, I was told we really didn't, people don't have a place to buy a baby gift hardly anywhere.
That's
so we
true.
have also added baby gifts to the store. And we carry a lot of the big name baby items such as Copper Pearl Baby, and my mind just went blank on some of the other ones, but we carry a lot of baby clothes. I mean, from baby on up to adults, we carry some 4Xs, so we have a little bit of variety for everybody.
You do babies, men, ladies, children.
There you go.
You've got it all there, and you're actually thinking about you might need to expand.
We have been talking about expanding, yes.
That's so good to hear. That really is. Ansley America, with an expanding clothing store that carries, honestly, a little everything, and gosh, we just missed that so badly. So thank you for doing that.
Yes, and we've added in a lot of, not a lot. We've added in some gift items. So we have a ton of. I tell you what, I don't know how the world feels, but I am, our phones, the Xboxes, the whatever kind of consumes a lot of time with people. So we went with a theme of having some games for Christmas. So we brought in the old chessboard, checkerboards, canasta, cribbage games, some of those. Can't think what else we have down there now. But anyway, some of that type of stuff to get the families back together and playing games.
Oh, thank you for that as well. Now, I know that with all the clothing, the different clothing sections that you have, then you have accessories as well, correct?
We do. We carry a lot of jewelry. We carry belts for both men and women. So we have coffee mugs and that type of things. We have a lot of accessories for babies right now, too. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what all we have in there. We have, we don't open till 10, so I'm still at home. We have a lot of things.
Yeah. Well,
they just need to stop in and check us out.
Here's the deal with everything you've described, and it is hard to describe it when you're not in front of it, because you have a lot of inventory, it sounds like. But with this Pink Friday sale, everything you've described, if I understand this correctly, is discounted.
Yep, everything is 25% off this Friday.
Plus, explain the coupons again real quick.
Okay, plus the gift certificates. When you come in and you buy a $25 gift certificate, you're actually going to get a $30 gift certificate. $50 gift certificate, you're going to receive $60 on that gift certificate. If you spend $75, you're going to get $90 on that gift certificate. If you purchase $100, you're going to get $125, and if you happen to purchase $200, you'll get $250. So,
boy, that's pretty.
So you'll get that, yeah. So you get a little bit of extra bonus on your gift certificates to make your wife happy.
All right, you open up at 10. And this is Tuesday, so is the hours going to be the same on Pink Friday?
Pink Friday, we are open from 10 till 5.
10 to 5, and is that your normal hours?
It is our normal.
Okay.
Yes, it's our normal hours.
All right, and closed Sundays?
We are right now closed Sundays. We have been in the works of visiting with our customers to see if they would like us to be open for a little bit on Sunday during the holiday season.
Okay. All right.
We haven't made any final decisions yet, but we're thinking about being open on Sundays.
Can we congratulate you for all you have done, putting a store in Custer County and offering all the different things that you have offered already? Pretty fantastic. I hope folks will take advantage of those discounts you're talking about are wonderful too, but I hope they'll really hit Ansley and stop and see you during the Christmas season.
Yes, and all the local businesses. I really think that's what's going to keep everybody in business. If you shop small first, then go to those big box stores if you can't find what you need.
Yeah, I'd rather take a beating than to go to a big box store.
Exactly, that's true.
I'd rather come to your place.
True.
All right, Lori, thanks so much. Anything that
I just want to give one quick shout out. Today is my grandpa Ron Hanchu's 92nd birthday.
Oh, wow. Great.
Wow.
He's still out there barbering and fixing fence and has a huge garden and he's bowling.
That's awesome.
And he just turned 92 today, so I want to wish him a happy birthday.
Glad you did. Happy birthday to Ron, an extraordinary gentleman. I know you're very proud and love him very much, so thanks for putting that on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, Lori. Take care.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye. Livia's Boutique, Ansley, America. That store's got it going on, folks. Check it out. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
You love Zoom for video meetings? Now, choose Zoom to power your phone communications too. Zoom Phone works seamlessly within the Zoom app as your business phone system. Zoom Phone's secure HD audio and enterprise-grade reliability keep you connected to your teams and your customers. And it's easy to use on mobile, desktop, or desk phone. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Zoom, how the world connects.
There's a confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID. But one thing is for sure, whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer. Contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever, the leading sign of COVID and the flu. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Be vigilant and don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Have you heard the buzz?
Yeah, it's got to be my neighbor's Beehive.
Beehive?
Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag.
Cool. What's it do?
Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots.
Really? The subscription must be expensive.
No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
Listen up, team. This preseason, we're not going to let pigweed dominate our fields. I want to see you attack them with a foundational pre-emergent like Zidua Pro herbicide that lasts up to 2 weeks longer than many competitive products. We're going to step it up with that simple all-in-one jug solution for burn down with residual and leave that field cleaner longer. Now go win this preseason. Upgrade to a residual herbicide from BASF on 3. 1, 2, 3, upgrade!
Always read and follow label directions. Because the challenges you face are getting bigger every year, BASF is committed to helping with more than boots on the ground. We're committed to boots in the mud, boots on the steps of your truck, your tractor, your combine. the linoleum tiles of your coffee shop, the concrete of your co-op, the gravel in your shed. So we can listen, learn firsthand, help right now to ensure success. BASF, helping you do the biggest job on earth.
9:24. We also want you to know that we'll be visiting with Cynthia yet this morning with Nebraska Pasture Door, so don't go away. We're going to talk groceries, and then we're going to talk cloth and sewing and garments, things like that.
There you go.
Versatility. Variety is the spice of life.
Absolutely.
So here we go. We're going to meet Tony on the radio today, who is the manager at Gary's Superfoods here in Broken Bow. And Tony stopped out, a month or so ago to say hi, and we realized, Brent, that Tony and I have previous connections from years past. Blues Fest, a music store. How you doing, Tony?
Great.
Good.
What a beautiful couple of days, huh?
Yeah, very nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, we've been really happy with 75 and 76 degrees the last couple days. But
We'll take it.
We know that's going to change, but we're enjoying it while we can.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about your transition to becoming manager here at Gary's Superfoods. You want to kind of tell that story?
Yeah, it's been a great transition. It's actually been a crazy story. I was Gary's vendor for many years. That's how I got to know him and his family. And I walked into the grocery store one day and pushing my cart around a little bit, and April walks up and says, "Oh, my goodness, we need somebody at Broken Bow." And I said, "Oh, my God, what are you talking about?" Gary, what are you thinking? Well, a couple days later, I walk back in. I'm walking out with a Snickers bar in my hand, and up walks the G-man. And, Gary, what are you talking about? Well, I think you're the guy.
And you become the guy.
I have become the guy.
All right.
Yes.
So,
I have been actually coming through Broken Bow since probably about 1990. Various things, doing odd jobs as vendors. And I've always loved this community for something. And here I am back. It's strange. It's kind of a cool feeling, And it was so nice to be accepted so quickly by the community.
Good.
And even though with some of the struggles that we've had at the facility in the past, that we are working through and gaining ground all the time.
Well, that's good to hear. And I would imagine it would be a big job, some of the challenges that were put in front of you when you took over as manager, and then we have today's supply problems to add to that. So people aren't exactly surprised to walk into any kind of store anymore and see some empty shelves because of the situation we're in. That's got to be challenging, too.
It's very challenging. Our suppliers doing everything they can to get us everything we can at a timely manner. And it's been a struggle. We put in an 800-piece order, 800 plus. I think it was 869 pieces. And I think we got maybe 500 of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the next week we got another about 800. We have supplied this facility in the last 2 weeks with so much product. You will be amazed if you hadn't been in for a few weeks or a few months to walk through and just have a look at what has happened. It is amazing what has happened in the last few weeks. Produce has gone crazy. We are stocked to the hilt. It looks amazing. We have a new meat manager who started a few weeks ago. My meat counter is absolutely extraordinary. And you'll walk up and down the aisles right now and go, wow, not many blank spots. Is this what's going on? Well, they have stepped up and helped us.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
It's good to hear. I know, that the progress, correction, whatever you want to call it, takes time.
Yes.
And it's just in time for Thanksgiving holiday. If you're 2 weeks, if you've been stocked up for the last couple of weeks, people haven't been in, they should drop by and see what you have for them for Thanksgiving.
Right, and a few things I'd like to talk about quickly would be, Open Acres has been a great family product for many, many years. We have the Open Acre half ham bone-in butt portions at $2.39 a pound. Wow, that's pretty decent.
Yeah,
there.
that's real
And the
good.
shank portion, $2.19, right? How about the Baron of beef? Huh?
Yeah.
The Baron of Beef. Are we in Custer County? Top sirloin roast, $6.99 a pound.
$6.99.
$6.99 a pound. Top sirloin steak, $6.99 a pound. The Baron of Beef.
Yeah.
Come on in and have a look at that stuff. Let's go back to produce a little bit. How about a 10-pound bag of Midwest Russ's potatoes for $2.99?
That sounds good.
Great. Okay. Washington Brown apples at 88 cents a pound. You know, family stuff. Our family stuffing at 25 cents with 350 points.
Okay.
The people know what you come in, you earn the points. Okay. You get 25 cents for our family stuffing boxes for 350 points. Speaking of points, Open Acres. Back to that product. We have various pounds of turkey. Say, for instance, you come in and you purchase that turkey. You use 3,500 points. You're going to get that for 59 cents a pound. For example, that 10-pound turkey is $5.90.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
You bet. We did get our hands on some butterball turkeys. Very limited. We're gonna. It's again very, very limited. I've only got a few left. $1.99 a pound.
Yeah, get in there and get them now.
Get them now. I've only got a few left.
Okay.
That's absolutely. How about Kellogg's Club Crackers and Townhouse Originals, 2 for $5? Back to that beef. Come on. USDA Choice Prime Rib Roast, $16.99 a pound.
Good price.
Very, very, very good. 2 weeks ago, it was $24.99.
That's a savings, yeah. And prime rib's big this time of year.
Right.
For the rest
Absolutely.
of this year.
You want just a couple quick things? How about a New York strip at $5.99 a pound?
I like that. New York strips really.
$5.99 a pound for New York strip. You bet. You can't beat it.
No.
Absolutely. You bet.
All right.
Well, it just keeps going on and on through this facility at this time. It really does. Come on in. Give us a shot. I know a lot of people haven't been in for a little while. Come in and have a look.
Yeah, just take a look,
You
walk
bet.
around, do some shopping.
Meet the staff.
Okay, all right. Any hours that, well, I guess I want to first of all, are you going to be closed Thanksgiving?
No, we will be open. We'll be
Okay.
7 to 1 p.m.
7 to 1.
Correct.
And then what are your regular hours?
7 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
7 to
always
9.
7 to 9 p.m. We will be there Thanksgiving Day from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Well, who hasn't got ready to make that
Yes.
Thanksgiving meal and forgot the powdered sugar or whatever the case may be, right, Brent?
Yep,
For
that's right.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so stop in to Gary Superfoods. Open up at 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. And then on Thanksgiving, open up a little shorter than that for your convenience out there. Give Gary's Food a chance. Give Tony a chance to kind of show you what they've improved on, right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I've had such great feedback from the public so far. It's been a tremendous adventure just these 4 months, and I hope it just continues for the next. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it. We'll take a quick music break here this morning. Let's see here. I wanted to play another Care or Love and Understanding song, but I don't have one right in front of me. You have any ideas, Brent?
You're putting me on the spot, Bernie.
I know.
Bob Seger has one called Understanding, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
If I can spell it, Under the Bridge.
While Dave's looking for that,
Hang
Gary,
on. See, I
what do
forgot.
you got?
I've also come bearing gifts.
Well, you've got gifts. Oh, well.
Oh.
Santa's Secret.
For you all this morning, we have Santa's Secret. James Author Wine Vineyard. A little slow this morning. Sleigh Bells Blush and Santa's Secret.
Well, we'll
So
just
go.
You, Brendan, you and David, you and Joan,
okay.
share a glass of wine this evening.
Well,
Wow, that's very nice.
That's very nice of you. And that kind of gives us a chance to remind folks out there that you do have the spirits section.
Great section.
Yeah.
Fully stocked wine section. And fully stocked beer, of course.
Yep.
It just gets better and better and better.
Okay. Don't forget about that. Glad you mentioned
absolutely.
that. Thanks for the gift.
You betcha, buddy.
And before he goes, we do the Bon Appetit menus every, around 11 o'clock as we approach lunch. Gary's Superfoods, your deli, great place to have lunch, man.
Sean and Dan, every day.
Yeah.
You bet. Can't beat it.
It's really good. You really have a hard time getting around what you've ordered. It's a lot.
And it's good.
It's a lot of good food.
You better get to moving on, David. We've taken enough of your time.
That's all right, Tony. We're pretty relaxed around here about time.
We're flexible.
Bob Seger coming your way on The Breakfast Show. Perfect gift to spoil the family for Christmas. Lines has Samsung TVs from 32 inches all the way up to 85 inches, and also 70s in the LGs. Use a new TV to stream high school sports. It's easier than ever with the smart TVs they have at Lines. Delivery and installation is available when you choose Brent and his crew at Lines. Don't head out of town. Local stores like Lines Appliance are ready to get you what you need. Lines Appliance in Broken Bow open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday.
Happy Thanksgiving from the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Best Choice Grade A turkeys are 99 cents a pound, and Best Choice russet potato 10-pound bags are 2 for $4. For those delicious desserts, Cool Whip topping is $1.28. Kraft Stovetop stuffing mixes are $1.98, and pick up Ocean Spray cranberry sauce at 2 for $3. For an easy dessert, Sara Lee pies are $4.48. Shop for Thanksgiving at Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Whether you compete on the court, at the track, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal. It's a mindset, shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb brand corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
At Asgrow, farmers love to talk about the soybean bushels we helped them yield. But all we can talk about is the one bushel we didn't. You know, that one buried deep in the genetics we haven't extracted yet. We're going to find that bushel. Some might call our passion for one more bushel, quote, slightly embarrassing, or quote, totally cringy, Dad. They don't understand every bushel matters. We do. That's why Asgrow leads the way. Always read and follow green marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
That's what it's all about, love and understanding.
Absolutely.
And caring.
Yep.
And understanding. Those are pretty heavy topics today. We better lighten it up a little bit with Cynthia.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Cynthia, it's good to have you in the studio and good to see you again.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Did you almost sit down at the desk when you come in?
I did. I thought I should go to work.
Well, you don't have to. You can talk
good.
about your new work that you're doing.
My new work.
Pretty exciting, Nebraska Pasture Door. And maybe you could just tell us a little story how this all kind of happened.
Evolved?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a crazy thing because I did not have any experience in this, had nothing on my radar. It all started, as many things lately have, with COVID, which is crazy. We went home, from the office. I needed something to keep us occupied. I was homeschooling Timmy, which about drove me over the cliff or the pasture.
Yeah.
So I needed something to take my mind off of everything. So I started with graphic tees just to keep Bethany and I busy because she was sent home too. And we were at the ranch or at the farm and nobody around but kids. And Reese was in college and then headed home and house full of kids and nothing to do and working from home and teaching. And so it just kind of kept things off my mind, the graphic tees. So when we eventually went back to work, I think it was January of last year, or this year, it was January, Deb had decided to retire. And she said, you're already kind of dabbling in this apparel and creative, and our family has always been a creative. I used to do wedding flowers with Mom, for years we did that, and she had kind of a craft store and did balloons and stuff like that and worked with her for many years. And then, so Deb approached me and I said, I don't know. And she had other offers, but nobody local.
I see.
It was the deal. And I said, well, let me think about it. And I talked to Bobby about it, and he said, absolutely not. And so that was the clincher.
Oh, Bobby. Looks like you did.
So after almost 20 years, you haven't learned much, baby.
I know.
So that was the clincher.
I'm doing it now.
I hope he's not listening. So I tried to figure out how to get financing to purchase the business and stuff like that. And so I went to Center for Rural Affairs and got the loan and started I kind of won. We won Bobby over. So, so I started training with Deb right away. I still had my job at Healing Hearts and Families, and Sue Ellen was great about letting me pursue this new passion of mine. So between still working there part-time and doing the embroidery, the training, we did that for several weeks. And then when my loan came through, she worked, she's an amazing person.
She is.
She worked right up until the hour, because she didn't want to let her clients down. She closed at 5:30, and we were there wrapping up cords, packing up, and moving the equipment out as she's finishing up an order. And we moved it. We had anticipated or thought we would open a shop in Broken Bow, and at the time could not find a building suitable for us. So Perry and Carol were great about letting us rent. We moved to a building in Myrna, and that's how we ended up in Myrna. It's been great. Very supportive people. My own community, of course. I'm from Myrna.
Sure.
So we ended up in Myrna, but we closed on one day and opened on Monday.
Wow.
The 1st. There was not even a hiccup, not even a... So it's been great. And then Deb worked with me for several weeks in the transition and still doing some training and stuff like that. And she's still a phone call away, which is amazing. So with the business came the equipment, not the quilting. I'm not a quilter. I wasn't an embroiderer either, for that matter. But now I am.
Yeah.
So the embroidery business came all the equipment, all the logos, all the files. So if you did business with Deb before, I have all that stuff. Everything. Everything came with it.
So you have all of that, and then you can start from scratch with your customers as well.
I have a lot of new customers too, which has been great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know where the name Nebraska Pasture Door came from. Can I ask that?
Are you sure you want to know? So when I left here, because I loved Sandhills Express so much, I missed it. I found I missed it a lot. So I built this page, and I had some help with my daughter and Julie Tolene at the time. And we just missed working with Sandhills Express.
Well, that's nice.
So, and Nebraska Pasture Door was kind of encouraging people to look past your bubble, Pasture Door.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking about, first it was Nebraska outside your door and Nebraska, but because we're an ag community, I don't know why pasture, probably because I was staring at the pasture. I don't know, because we have cows. So it became Nebraska Pasture Door. And I was taking some business coaching, and I finished my marketing degree last year.
Did you?
Hey, congratulations.
I did. So I think that's probably where it came from. A combination of, I was working on my business degree. I have a dual degree, business degree and marketing, and working on that page. And the business coach was like, "You have a page that's 7,000 people and you don't do anything with it?" I'm like, "No." She says, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
So that's where that came from.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Turned it into a business. So.
Again, a great story. And now you're rolling. Kind of for folks out there who haven't had any services like this with Deb or others, kind of explain is it computer controlled, or so you can make just about anything look great, right?
Yeah. So the techie part, I had that tech background, computers and building websites and stuff. So I felt like the techie part of it was really my deal. So I don't build logos. I'm not a graphic designer. So what happens is you bring your logo in. If you have a logo, you bring it to me, and then I have a professional digitize it.
Okay.
And there is a setup charge for that. And then once it's digitized into a file that my machine can read, then it will sew it out, and we can control the colors and the stitch, that kind of stuff. So it's loaded into a computer. It's loaded into a hard drive on my embroidery machine. This embroidery machine would take up
It's
a
huge.
lot of this room. It's huge.
Yeah.
It stands as tall as I am. It's an industrial machine. It's German made. It's a ZSK is what it's called. So
I happened to see it when Deb, I think she might have first got it. And I was happened
she
to
worked
be
out of her basement.
Yeah, I was stopped by her basement. We might have did a remote there. I think that's what it was. I couldn't believe the size of that.
Thing is big.
Yeah. So you can get all kinds of garments and.
I have accounts where I can get coats and hats, and I've done vests and jackets. I've done dress shirts. I've done beanies right now. Beanies. I've got about 200 beanies I need to get done, and so little hats.
Do you do things like, say, blankets and towels for wedding gifts or
graduation?
Things like,
I did a ton of towels, and those are popular. I've got a bunch of towels I got to get done for Christmas or before Thanksgiving. But a little bit of everything, and I can, as long as inventory is there, it's back to everybody's got that issue. I cannot get a hold of athletic gray for nothing, whether it's a hoodie or a T-shirt which don't ask me why. They've been out for months. So I'm having the same inventory problems that everybody else is.
A lot of people, yeah. Well, that's fantastic. And for the folks around here, it's the building across from the school on the
now everybody
west
calls
side.
and says it's the Quonset. It is not the Quonset. It is the great big shop building across from the high school south parking lot. Right now there's antique tractors in the backyard. My door faces the west. But it's a great big building south of Judy and Clifford Klein's.
And you use a portion of that.
I do. Okay. Yeah, I've got some overflow into the garage. Perry's been very understanding about that. So.
Yeah, great. Well, it's crunch time, right? Holiday time. So, are you able to take more?
I can still take more for Christmas. Don't ask me to do anything before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
there's no way I can squeeze that in before Thanksgiving. Yeah, but still taking orders anytime. I've done book bags for Shelton School. I've done. Oh, I should do a shout out for Melody Hansen over in Stapleton Sublime. We've worked right there before. Yeah. Fantastic lady. She's really helped me a bunch on the business end of it. I've got clothes racks that she sold me, and she located 2 more for me. She's been amazing help on the business end of it, trying to locate supplies and stuff. So as far as apparel, and then I do some work for her, supplying her store with logos for their teams over there. So.
Okay. All right.
She's been great.
Of course, you mentioned, Sand Hills Express. You worked on that for years, and a big change towards the end when you were here.
Yeah.
And now you have your own site and pages. Can people go and take a look at things there?
That's Graphic Tees.
Okay.
So, and I've outgrown my space already, so we're hoping to expand, another expansion.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yeah, great in Custer County, So as soon as I can expand, I'm hoping to add a person that can focus on the graphic tees and the website. Okay. Because right now my embroidery is my bread and butter.
Yes.
So,
Makes sense.
Yeah, I've done a lot of custom graphic tees. I've had businesses come in and say, "Can you do this?" And so I can do that.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Is there a phone number if they need to talk to you? Because I am assuming, knowing with the kids and everything going on, you might not always be there, or are you?
Right. No, I try to be there Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. But as you know, Bethany requires a driver. She can't drive, so I drive her to DQ at 10 o'clock every morning, and then pick her up every afternoon at 4. But call me 870-4548. And I am at the shop Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. and stay till 5:30, depending on the schedule. So Fridays are by appointment, Saturday by appointment. I even did a Sunday appointment this last week. So I'm always around. Just give me a ring.
Okay.
I'll make it work.
All right.
So
did maybe it sounds like it was almost karma, this whole thing happened. But do you think it had anything to do with the pink Jeep and the pink tractor?
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if you know. I think
now the pink tractor.
I have a pink tractor.
I'm familiar with
pink
the
John
pink
Deere.
Jeep. I don't know if I was familiar with that.
Deb got a birthday present
from
her hubby. Dwayne is so nice.
Yeah.
And it was a white Jeep, and now it's tricked out in pink trim for Deb. So I have a pink tractor. She has a pink and white Jeep, which is very nice.
Which all spins off fighting breast cancer.
Awareness, yes.
Which is pretty cool.
Which Deb is a survivor of. Yes.
Yeah, and she's a big proponent of promoting the early checkups and that sort of thing.
Yes.
And that's what your tractor was originally painted pink for too, right?
No, it was originally painted because I didn't want to drive in the parades. And I opened my big mouth. Perfect for radio.
Yeah.
I opened my big mouth and I said, I'm not driving again until I have a pink one. And 6 weeks later, I had a pink tractor. I'll never do that again. But now it is used for that.
Yeah.
And it does have the pink. Deb embroidered a ribbon for the back of it. When we did, it was one of the tractor drives several years ago. And I think it was it when they had the fundraiser here in town? I'll have to ask Deb. She could tell us.
Yeah.
So it has a pink ribbon on it and everything, so that she had embroidered.
All right.
So,
questions, Brett?
I know that every project is different, obviously, and so the time put into it, I'm sure, is different. But on an average, how long does it take maybe for you to put something together? Yeah, I mean, in case people are thinking of a Christmas gift or something, I'm sure they got to give you enough leeway and time to. Yeah, I assume you just don't pump things out in 10 minutes.
No, if I have the item, or if I have the logo or the image, it doesn't take too long. But a lot of times, what people don't understand is I'm not just sitting there pumping out embroidery, files.
Yeah.
You have to go search them. So I have to hit the internet to see if I can find a file or an image that will work for them. And if we can't find something, then you have to hire the digitizer if that's the route they want to take, and that's an added expense. Do they want to do that? So you got to be able to have a little patience sometimes. It's just not an easy deal to. Now, if I have it like a logo, like I'll have some people that say, oh, I want that logo that I saw on this hat. And if I have it, it's not going to take very long as my job list isn't
too long ahead.
Exactly.
Because it's first come, first serve,
Sure.
And at some point this summer, I was like, no end in sight. I was working 6 and 7 days a week to keep up. And I don't know why it just kind of switched. The flip kind of switched. I don't know why. Because when I first started, I was like, I'm really busy. Then I'm not so busy. And then I'm really busy. And then I'm not so busy. And like the first part of June or July, I'm busy. And it's been steadily busy since then, which is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
I've had very good support from businesses and friends and schools and stuff. So
good.
Yeah.
Well, it's another great story. As you mentioned, you're planning on growing if you can, keep going the direction.
If we can get the space, we are growing. I've outgrown my little space. So
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving's never fun. Did you know Brent's going to be my neighbor?
I've been listening.
Yeah. I was going to say, who doesn't know by now?
So you're moving into Dave's neighborhood? You couldn't find a better neighborhood?
Well, well, actually, it was the neighborhood that sold me.
It's a great neighborhood.
The neighborhood is great. It's just that one
neighbor
part of the neighborhood. But I'm like, I can put up with that because the rest of it is so great.
Yeah, and he's going to have us over after Thanksgiving for leftovers and mashed potatoes, fresh mashed potatoes, and some celery and
carrots. Now, when a person moves into a new neighborhood, isn't it usually the neighbors?
You're supposed to bring him a welcome basket.
Yeah, see. And Dave is like, he's just like complete opposite. It's like, okay, the person moving in
you should feel
is the one
to live next to me.
Yes, that's kind of what he's saying.
I'll bring a plate and silverware when I come over. That's bringing you something.
All right.
Bring you crackers.
Yeah.
Maybe some celery or carrots or something.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're moving to town.
Yeah.
All those late nights driving back and forth.
Yeah, those are about over.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, all right. 4548 is the number.
870-4548. Yeah.
Contact Cynthia.
Yeah.
And check out Nebraska Pasture Door in Myrna, Nebraska. Cynthia, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Before you go,
oh, God.
Yeah, go
can I
ahead.
just say something?
I'm expecting it.
Okay. Oh, Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia. Thanks for coming into the breakfast show, Cynthia.
Thanks.
It's kind of our little thing.
I know it is, and it's so embarrassing.
It's been doing it for years.
Yes.
I don't know how it started.
thanks a lot.
I was
I
trying
don't
to think the other day, how did I get started doing that?
I don't know.
With Cynthia, but
I found a picture of you the other day. Reminded me because I talked to Brandy. I text her.
Oh, yeah.
And I found a picture of you and Brandy sitting in the lobby, both holding a newspaper, reading the newspaper.
Yeah. I miss those days. We would, Dave and Bob would be doing their art, and we would just kind of get together and visit for a while
Did you
before
get to
we
see
started
Bob?
the day.
Did you get to see Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Bob and Cheryl and and Dennis and Tish come up
did
to
they?
the shop.
Cool.
Yeah,
Good.
I was so shocked. It
Yep.
was awesome.
Yeah, he walked in here totally
Unannounced.
and then we got back together again a little later. Kind of wanted to have like dinner or something with them, and didn't get that done before they left.
Yeah, they did the same thing to me. I didn't know they were coming, and all of a sudden I looked up out of my shop window, and there they were. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
So,
that was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you, Dave.
Neighbor.